Hey everyone, Chris back again. Welcome back to my annual video. I just felt like coming on and saying hello. Hope everybody's doing all right. It's probably been like a year, maybe even more, since I've made my last video. I lived in Manhattan at that time, and now I'm living in Brooklyn. I've lived here for about a year and 2 months. So yeah, I guess it's been over a year since I've made my last video. Yeah, nothing has really changed with the format. Still filming on my phone. It's against my cup that I hold my spare change in right now. So definitely the ghetto aspect of it is still relevant. Living in Brooklyn now, really like it a lot. Yeah, it's been really fun. A lot has happened since I've moved. Yeah, a lot has changed, but mostly for the better, I think. So I hope everybody's well. Just wanted to come on and say hi. The reason why I'm making this video today is because I recently bought some stuff on eBay that I have over here. I bought a couple packages of stuff, two lots of video games. I'm still doing the collecting thing. I've dwindled down my collection quite a bit since I've moved. A lot of my collection is actually still at my parents' house, and you kind of gain a realization that you're just not going to get to everything, and you realize what you want to keep and what you want to move along. I still thrift and things like that. There's a gigantic warehouse of used items in Brooklyn where I live. There are gigantic like factory setting warehouse type places where they've converted into like, breweries or restaurants or like, quirky things like rock climbing or like like art shows and stuff like that. And there's this gigantic thrift store that I go to sometimes, and sometimes you find stuff, sometimes you don't. It's been pretty dead lately, but I have found some stuff. It's fun, I don't really do it as often as I used to, but it's still something I like to do every once in a while. So there's a lot of stuff here I got on eBay, mostly for resale. I got some pretty good deals here, and I just wanted to come on and say, like, you could find these things if you're patient. If you're looking to play games, it's definitely like a good place to, a good way to kind of get a bunch of stuff. Make sure you're paying like a price that you're comfortable with, of course, and you can get some quality stuff. And for me personally, some of the stuff that I have over here, a lot of it is for resale, a lot of it is to keep. At the end, I think I'll make out pretty good. Yeah, I've been selling a lot on eBay on the side, just for some extra money and to make some more space, because I do not have too much space in my little nook of a room here in Brooklyn. So I want to talk about one of the bundles I got here. I paid a pretty decent amount. Do not really want to disclose. I was comfortable paying the price, and a lot of the stuff here I'm going to keep. I scored this. It was like an auction type of thing. I won the auction, and I was comfortable with what I paid for it. So a lot of these two bundles are PS1 games, mostly RPGs. So I'm excited for a lot of these games to try them out and stuff. So this first bundle I got the other day, a ton of games. So it's just a lot of them are not complete, and some don't have the manuals, and some are pretty scratched up. I will have to test them out and see how the condition is and stuff like that. But I'm pretty excited about some of the games I got here. So this is the first lot I got. A PS1 RPG, Chrono Cross. I actually had this in my collection, so this will be for resale. It's the Black Label version, which is pretty cool, and the condition is pretty good. This particular copy is missing the manual though, but it has both discs in there, and the condition is pretty good. So I'm very happy with that purchase there. The next I'm really excited for. This is kind of why I wanted to buy the lot in the first place. This particular game makes up kind of the whole, almost about half of what I paid for the lot, so I'm very, very happy about it. I've been wanting to add this one for a while. It's Jade Cocoon. A lot of people kind of compare it to Pokemon. I'm like a sucker for like the anime theme in games, so this one was really exciting to get. And the condition on this is pretty good too, so I'm definitely excited about that. Doesn't have the manual, but it's not the end of the world for sure. The next one I got here is Final Fantasy 9. I did not have this in my collection before, and this one has all 4 discs. It doesn't have the manual, but the condition is pretty good on this one. So I didn't have it, so definitely excited to add that one to the collection. We have a disc-only version of Crash Bandicoot. I believe this game has dropped quite a bit in value. The condition is pretty good. This one will be for resale. It is the original case, but no manual. I remember when this game used to be like 20 to 40 bucks at one point. Now I think it's probably like 15 or so. Not sure what it goes for disc only, but you know, it'll definitely be it's a popular game, so people will definitely want that for their collection, I think. The next one over here is Blaster Master with Spyro 2 case. I believe the condition on this one is really bad. It's actually not that bad. Not really sure about this one. I've never played it before. I know about the original one on the NES, but that was just kind of like in the lot. So I think that'll be for resale. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that or not. Next is the original Twisted Metal in a Twisted Metal 2 case, and the condition on this is okay. I had this one long box version, so that'll be for resale. Great game though. I remember that one from childhood. The next one will be for resale because I'm not really interested in this series at all, but it's a disc-only version of Digimon World. And thankfully, I think the condition on this one is pretty good. There's some light scratches on it, but I think I will be able to get some chunk of change back. Even though I don't have this game, I know it's sort of valuable. Not really interested in the series. I used to be kind of as a kid. I was more interested in like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that. I had like some of the cards, but I'd like a disc-only version. I'm not really interested in keeping that per se. Just a good way to get some money back on the lot. I'll go through these kind of faster because there is a bunch of games here. The next is the manual or art book manual of Lunar Silver Star Story, which I thought about selling. I have the game. I did not have the manual before, but looking online, it only goes for like 15-20 bucks, and for that, I'll probably just keep it. It'd be cool to have for sure when I finally want to play through the game at one point in time. Got some empty cases here. The next one is another copy of Final Fantasy 9, and I know this one is missing one of the discs. Yes, it is missing disc 4, which I knew about. So that one will be for resale, and of course, it will be disclosed that it's missing disc 4. I'm sure somebody probably has an extra disc lying around or something. So that's pretty cool. The next one is, holy shit, it's another copy of Final Fantasy 9. A greatest hits version this one is, and this one does have all the discs, which is pretty cool. So actually wasn't aware that there was 3 copies in there. I kind of briefly I made sure all the games were there, but I'm kind of like looking more in detail now. So yeah, these are in really good shape, so that's pretty exciting. I'm sure somebody will really love to have that in their collection. The next one I'm excited to add to the collection. It is a 1-disc game, which is funny because it's in a double disc case. It's Legend of Legaia, another exciting RPG to add to the collection for sure. I did not have this one before. Does not have the manual. What else do we have here? So we got Crash 2: The Wrath of Cortex, disc only, probably like a $10 game or something. And the condition is okay, so one will be for resale. The next one is Star Wars Rebel Assault 2. I did not have this one in my collection, but I'm not really interested in keeping it. So there's some light scratches for sure, but that one will be for resale to recoup some money back. Next one is Final Fantasy 8. I did not have this one in my collection before, and this one is like very complete. It has the manual, all 4 discs, and like a mini walkthrough, I guess, which is pretty awesome. So, very excited to see that. Very cool to add to the collection. Next one we got is Command & Conquer Red Alert. I remember having this for the PC back in the day. Did not have it for the PS1. So I might keep this one, I might not. It depends on how much it's worth. It might not be worth it to sell, so I might keep that one around. We'll see. So we got Mega Man 8 on the PS1, which is pretty cool. I have like the Mega Man collection on the GameCube, so I probably will just sell this, recoup some money. That one's disc only. Twisted Metal 2, disc only. I believe this one has a lot of scratches on it. Pretty light though, so it might still play. I know this one I think is worth, I looked it up, I think it's worth more than I thought. So if it works, it'll be for resale. The next one is Apocalypse, disc only. That one will be for resale. Top Gun, disc only, resale. Final Fantasy VII, which is pretty cool. I think, how many discs are in this one? 3. This one does have all 3 discs, but missing the manual. I already had this one. I've had this game for a long time, so that one will be for resale. We got Dino Crisis 2, disc only. This one is, I guess, a store rental. It's got all these stickers on it, so probably not worth much to begin with, and it's extremely scratched up, so we'll see what happens with this one. I'm definitely not keeping it. I might be afraid to sell it because of the condition, so maybe donate it, I don't know. I've got Army Men 3D, which the disc is all screwed up, but the condition's okay. Probably not worth much, but I'm not really interested in keeping this one. You know, I don't have some of these games, but I know I just like won't ever get to them, so there's no point in keeping them. I'm just like kind of at that stage in my collecting, in this hobby of collecting, you know. Another one is Twisted Metal 2. This one's disc only. I believe this one's screwed up. Actually, I remember one of these games having like a really deep scratch, like somebody took a pen and like ingrained it or something. I forget which game it is, but it's not this one. This one will probably play just fine. Another copy of Final Fantasy VII. This one is, no, I'm surprised this one has all 3 discs. Awesome, okay. That won't be for resale for sure. So, this is great, yeah. I remember like reading on the listing, like some of these were missing discs, so it's nice that that's not the case with some of these games that I thought were missing the disc. So we have a disc-only version of Legend of Dragoon, which is extremely jacked up. So, you know, I don't know what's going to happen with that. Hopefully that works. And we got Twisted Metal 4 disc only, and another copy of Twisted Metal 4 disc only. And there were a bunch of like NBA and MLB shit like games from like, you know, the 90s on the PS1 in here that I just in Brooklyn, especially where I live, a lot of people leave like stuff on the stoop, or like, you know, like outside their apartment building for people to kind of go through, clothes, you know, things that they don't want anymore. And I usually make like a little like donation bag in my apartment of things I don't really want anymore, clothes that don't fit me or something, and I kind of just toss those in there. And they were already like put out on the stoop for people to go through. So, you know, I just didn't know what to do with those. So, yeah, there was like 5 or 6 like of those kind of games. So that was the first lot. Really good deal on that. So, you know, be on the lookout. There are definitely some deals on eBay that you can get where you can expand your collection and hopefully make some money back for yourself. Always something to look out for, especially, you know, we spend so much time in this hobby of ours going to the thrift stores and flea markets and sometimes coming up empty, and, you know, time is very valuable. It's fun to do these things when you actually find stuff, but I mean, I've spent so much time looking for things, and especially over the years where you come up empty and it's just like a waste of time. So definitely something to look out for. I never really did this kind of thing before. We're buying a lot, so you know it's definitely a fun thing to do. And so the second lot I got was a like a buy it now, like make an offer situation. And there are 6 games in here that I got. Yeah, 6. And the guy originally, I don't feel bad disclosing what I paid for this lot. The guy originally wanted 60 with like a free shipping thing, and I kind of was thinking about it, and I said, nah, it's okay. He actually threw me an offer of like 57. I counter offered at 45, and we settled at 50, and which I was comfortable paying with free shipping. So these games I got over here were $50, and all in really good shape. So I'm very happy about it, and I'm going to keep. I'll tell you what I'm going to keep out of this and sell off the rest. The first is Croc, childhood favorite of mine. Really good shape. Yeah, this one I played a lot at my grandparents' house. I used to bring the PS1 there, you know, when they used to babysit me, and this one was really fun. I remember really enjoying that one, but that one will be for resale. The next is Rayman, definitely another childhood favorite. Great game, still holds up today, and the condition is fabulous. The seller was a collector. I think he took really good care of his games. The next is CTR, another childhood favorite of mine, another one I played at my grandparents' house quite a bit. This one has some surface scratches, but it's cool that it has that like foil label to it. Amazing game. The next is Rayman 2, The Great Escape. This one I will be keeping. I have this one on the N64, but I think I prefer the PS1 version for sure, because I think it has like the cutscenes, and I just kind of like the PS1 a little better than the N64. Although I do love the N64, I just I don't know. I just kind of prefer the PS1. So that's the Black Label version. Very cool for sure. And the last 2 games are Spyro the Dragon and Spyro Year of the Dragon, both Black Label. And the condition on these are pretty good. You know, Spyro the Dragon was like one of those series I didn't really get to enjoy as a kid. I actually had Spyro 1 as a kid, but I remember not really playing it that much. I preferred like Crash Bandicoot over that game. But as an adult, I've kind of gone back and played some of the older games, and they are a lot of fun for sure. So yeah, that's my my video for today. I hope you enjoyed and maybe learned something. But it was nice to come on here and just kind of, you know, talk, and whoever listens, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope all the old YouTubers that I used to watch and, you know, converse with are doing well too. So take care, guys. Have a nice rest of your night. Goodbye.